Okay, this video tutorial will be the last part of chapter 3, which is part number 3. First of all, we're gonna talk about uh, vertical market software. What is vertical market software? It is basically a program that is created for specific industry. For example, like healthcare or insurance. Let me give you an example. Let's say that a person work in the hospital, okay, in Rio Grande Regional Hospital or McAllen Medical Hospital, okay. Their hospital system sometimes links with the pharmaceutical companies. So whenever the hospital is running out of a specific medicine or drugs, the pharmaceutical company can see what they have on the inventory. Okay, so the healthcare and the pharmaceutical company system, they link together. Okay, so they can see each other's. Another good example, like ATB. Okay, ATB, computer information system, and the supplier information system, sometimes they connect each other. So each time that the consumer purchase, for example, 1 gallon of milks, the organic milk, the inventory automatically deduct one for each time that the customer purchase the milk. So at some point, let's say that the order point, the quantity order point or QOP is in 50. So for example, if there are only 50 gallon left in the stock or in the storage, that means the system will automatically order for more gallon that will be delivered, for example, next week. So that's called vertical market software. Okay. How about ERP? What is ERP? ERP is enterprise resource planning. This is bring all many type of business function into one software solution. Let me give you example of ERP. In education, we use JACnet, right? JACnet is an example of education enterprise resource planning or ERP. That means when I log into JACnet, I can see the faculty schedule, the class offering for specific semester, and I can also find out what students are taking for this semester or what they are registered for fall semester. Okay. So enterprise resource planning, basically they bring together or many types of business function into one software solution. Let's say that when you enroll for the class and you haven't paid for the tuition and fee, they will mark, they put like a red dot next to your name, for example. So there's an that's called ERP system. Okay. Software development life cycle. Well, to create a successful software, developer need to go to a series of steps known as SDLC or software development life cycle. First, we need to plan. Okay, programmers need to come up with a series of steps known as algorithm. How you solve the problem. For example, how do you convert Fahrenheit into Celsius, right? So that is the algorithm, and then you need to create a flowchart. Okay, the algorithm is often represented by visually as a flowchart. So step by step, how you do that? Well, first you need to create a text box where the people or user will enter the Fahrenheit, and then you need to create the calculation of conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius, and then it produces the result of the Celsius numbers. So algorithm and flowchart is part of the planning. After you have all of those planning stages, then they go to the next stage, which is coding. You actually develop the program, either using C# or Java or visualbasic.net. The next thing after that, they need to do some testing and maintenance. Okay, programmer need to make sure that all the software are working properly without any bug. Okay, after they do testing and implementation, they still have to do the last part, which is maintenance. If somebody find any errors or vulnerabilities of the program, they need to create a patch, okay, or an update. Therefore, oftentimes you all will see an update of the Windows 10 or Windows 7 or your antivirus, because sometimes the publisher or the developer, they keep developing new patches for their program. So this is called SDLC: planning, coding, testing, implementation, and maintenance. Okay. At the bottom, as you can see, these are some of the nodes of the most popular programming languages like C++, Java, Visual Basic, or Python. Alright, so this is basically the summary of Chapter 3 about software. Let me mention you a couple of times in the beginning of the lecture. I think did I miss something here? Did I miss something in the here? Okay, here we go. I think on part 2, I think I missed out something about here. Okay, you need to know what is software license is. Software license means is the contract from the software creator, specific rule for the user to use the program. Okay, that's called software license. Copyright law, that means it gives the permission of the creator the right and privilege over their creative work. So you cannot just make a copy of somebody else's works. When you write your research paper, be sure you do not copy and paste. If you need to get some idea from other people's works, you need to put citation. Okay, you can either using MLA or APA format. So please take a note of that, because when you turn in your research paper and PowerPoint, we will use a program called Save Assign and turn it in, which will detect and analyze plagiarisms on the student works. Okay, what is EULA? Is basically an user license agreement. It's a typical license that user must agree before they installing the software. Therefore, sometimes you need to check a text box there before you proceed to the next step. Otherwise, they wouldn't allow you. Okay. Subscription model. This is pay a fixed amount of money per month for a particular software or use. Nowadays, as you can see, like Adobe program, you don't have to purchase Adobe software. Now you don't need to buy, so you just have to pay monthly. Okay. Whether this is good or not, now everyone is going to this route. Okay. Look, for photography, for example, let me give you the most common one. Let me see, like this one, all apps, right? This is the most popular one. You pay $52 a month. I believe this is cost a little bit more for personal use. However, for business, this probably not that big of a deal. Okay, like $600. Some advertising, some professional advertising agency, sometimes they charge $10,000 to $5,000 to create something. So they consist of Photoshop, Illustrator, Adobe XD, and they give you a storage. Okay. So these are the trend of the software industry now. Okay, you have so many different things, Illustrator, Photoshop. Now they package them. Okay, in the past, like 10 years ago, you have to purchase this program individually. Okay, now they're putting everything in the cloud. Okay. For Office 365, as a student of South Texas College, you can create an account using your student ID, so you can get Office 365. Otherwise, you have to pay this. I don't know how much. Let's check it. Maybe like $5 a month, I think. So let's check this out. Here, $99 per month, okay, for a home and for personal and for student they buy. However, as a South Texas college student, you may obtain this for free. What else here? Shareware and the freeware. Remember shareware? Shareware basically allows people to try before you buy for 30 days, and freeware is basically free without use of any restriction and time. Remember the website that I mentioned to you earlier is called Google File Hippo here. File Hippo, we have a lot of shareware and freeware. Okay? You have Avast Antivirus, Registry Cleaner, AVG, BitTorrent. This is to download music and video, and there are so many other things here. Okay? What else? Let's move on to the next one. Web-based application is a program that runs directly from your browser, like SimNet Online, right? Your SimNet Online, that is a web-based application. How about GNU? GNU is a general public license. This is a type of open source license, ensure that a particular program and any of its derivatives remain free to distribute. So your Android phone, for example, your Android operating system, that's part of the GPU, GPL, GNU, okay? General public license users. So we discussed about this earlier about Office software. So you can watch my video tutorial as often as many times as you like, but the key idea is we talk about application software and system software. Okay, so hopefully this video tutorial is helpful to you. So thank you for watching, and let me know, send me email if you have any questions. Thank you.